Welcome back to ASSINI podcast, where we don't sugarcoat fuck all. I'm your host, Cloud, and today we're going to be talking about 3 things nobody wants to admit. How elders are getting played, how leadership goes quiet when it's convenient, and how the youth only get noticed when elections are around. So grab your coffee, grab your cigarettes, maybe a piece of bannock, whichever one gets you through community politics, and let's get into it. Elders, apparently you're not old enough. So first things first, the elders, the ones who built this community, raised half of the res. Probably raised some of the councillors too. And what do they get? Rent. A couple weeks back, an elder called, wanted to hire me, hire my mother. And so, yeah, we drove her around. So we, took her to the bank and then took her to the HUD rights and then took her to the MISC building in the Quiche area. And she had like $300 and we were wondering, what are you doing with that? She's like, I'm gonna go pay rent. And wow, I couldn't believe it, man. This woman is like, needs a walker and stuff, and she doesn't have help, she doesn't have a job, obviously, because she's an elder and stuff. So I just kind of felt really bad for that, and that's why I'm speaking about it today. I remember hearing that promise, don't you guys? No one will ever pay rent. Sounded nice, right? Well, real political though too. Fast forward a few years, and now elders are paying rent from their little pension checks. Some can't even afford to go get groceries and pay for a ride. But apparently they can pay their rent on their own land. Wow, that's insane, man. Maybe the rent includes a silence fee, Keep quiet, don't ask questions, they'll throw you in a free community supper. Or maybe some hamburger soup, or, dumpling soup. It's crazy. Now, what they did was change the elders' age from 55 plus to 60 plus. Now, why would they go and do that? Well, they don't want certain voices to speak up, and then the more older you are, the less of a threat you can be, Plus, they have security there, always wherever they go now. Why? Because some people don't like who's speaking up. Oh yeah, makes sense, right? The solution is strong voices. It just redefines who's allowed to speak. You're not wise enough, uncle. Or come back in 5 years, we'll pretend to listen. When they turn 55, yeah, come back in 5 years. Yeah. We won't even be in there in the next election, but never mind 5 years, but chill out. Some elders are finally getting a few opportunities, They went to Edmonton a few weeks back. Seen a lot of pictures. It was an elders event. They got to go on the bus and stuff, that was pretty cool. But that's just one thing before election. Election's like coming right up. Incentives, a few incentives have been given out to the elders that come there, That's good, man. Everybody should be benefiting from Long Plain First Nation. We make so much money, we have so much businesses, we have the hotels. We have we do. We have Micro Hotel, and then we have Windham in Winnipeg. We got the Petro in Winnipeg at Madison, right beside it. We got a Petro out here, another Petro getting built in Portage. Man, we have the gaming center. Let's be honest though, that's just crumbs everybody's getting. Segment 2. When our res radio used to have res talk, when people used to tune in and listen, some used to call in and ask questions. Even beforehand, they would have questions ready made. But this chief right now, he hasn't been on there. Not a peep. No. Kyra was on there before. She talked about a lot of situations amongst the people, Who really carried it before that was Dennis, he was the one who actually made it, right? Continued with it and always talked and, answered all the questions the best he could, Now, silence, not even static. The chief used to love the mic before the election, right? Now he's allergic to it. Funny thing is, though, he still finds the time to show up to SEO, AMC, and every other big platform where they smile and wave and clap. And guess it's safer to talk unity when nobody can call in and say, hey, where's our housing money? Maybe the res radio is cursed now. Every time he gets near a mic, it starts hissing, tell the truth, tell the truth. Or maybe he just prefers audiences that can't interrupt him. Maybe because the res audience, oh, we got receipts. We remember what you promised and who you promised. That's a lot of, I remember he came crawling to me, man. Yeah, whatever, helped him out. For all this stuff that I have right now, I didn't need him. And one thing I remember, what he said to me, was reading. I've been doing a lot of reading, keeping a lot of information, writing everything down. Yeah. I got my lights now, you guys. Ooh. I got my mic. Yeah. I got my laptop. You know, I got my camera, I got my tripod. We're good to go. And the podcast is only gonna get better, guys. Now the youth. Man, if you're young and living here, you better hope you got family in the right places. Or you're waiting outside the arena for days, hoping and wishing, you know? Arena's only open a few times a week, yet it says Wednesday to Sunday. And there's a big list on activities that they were gonna do this month. Nothing. I've been going every other day, cruising by, you know. My son likes to go and skateboard, so I take him skateboarding. And I take videos and pictures and, you know, I talk to a lot of the young youth, and a lot of them, they just like to get high, man. They open up to me, they tell me they have weed, they have dab pens, who they get high with. They trust me, but at the same time, you know, I don't want my son doing that. That's why he lives with me now, because his mother has too many kids back home, and I don't even have my hands full, you know. So that's another reason why I'm making this podcast, you know, to make a change, to let folks know and be aware of the youth, man, because they're just going down the wrong path. All the stuff that I hear from the youth, what they talk about, it's all sexualized, it's all drugs, you know, talking about their parents, you know, what the stuff they do, you know. Even heard about an incident, this one girl woke up and then the CFS or whatever, Moose came there and took her kids because her kids were taking pictures of her paraphernalia. Yeah, man, our youth look up to us, and if we just keep fucking around, you know, they're not gonna have no guidance or no role models. They're just gonna go out and just chill and do stupid shit amongst each other, you know. I grew up and did that shit, man. Took me a long time to get back to where I am right now. You know, I'm still learning, you know. I'm still learning from my son, but at the same time, I've been through life. I've been through jail, losing friends, family, you know, people fucking me over, you know, liars, manipulators. So I can read all that stuff, you know. That's another reason why I focused on journalism, is because we don't have a voice out here in Long Plain, and I wanted to be a help with that, you know. And I would love for someone to come here on this podcast. This would be dope, man. Anybody, you know, has some fucking guts, you know, has some schnutz, come on and post up. But till election season, suddenly everyone cares about youth. Pizza parties, open gyms, new hoodies. We love our youth. Yeah, for about 6 weeks. And then back to invitation only. Yeah, that sounds like Long Plain for show. Maybe next election they'll hand out gym memberships with ballets. Vote here, lift there. Banned but not silenced. Now me. I love to make short films and skits about this stuff. And I have been. I love to show the humor. I love to show the pain. And but all the truth in one, you know. But since I can't create and collaborate and film, you know, I'm just gonna do all these things by myself and create some posters and ask community members if they want to come. You know, first will be the podcast. Second will be short films. You know, we can do scary since the theme Halloween's around, and then maybe after that we could do some Christmas. You know, I got the lights, I got the mics, I got the camera. You know, I got the ideas. So yeah, that's another thing, man. I want to really work with everybody out here. But here's the thing. I'm banned from all the events, but, you know, you can shut all the doors, right? But that's why I started this podcast. Because people deserve to hear what's really going on. And honestly, my humor is the only thing that hasn't been censored yet. Probably because you don't get the jokes until 3 days later. So yeah, elders are paying rent on promises. The chief's gone radio silent. The youth are exercising their patience other than their legs. But this is what ASSINI podcast is about. Saying the truth, saying the quiet part out loud with humor, heart, and a little bit of bite. I'm Cloud, and if you're listening, you're part of the movement. Because when the leadership forgets the people, people remember. Miigwech for tuning in. Share this episode, tag your cousins, tell the truth, and if they can't handle it, until next time, stay grounded, stay loud, and stay proud.